Thank you so much, Erica. And so, yeah, so once again, by 2053, if we don't do something now, if we don't start to get into spaces of wealth now, if we don't start to um, really work together collaboratively and not necessarily in silos, then we'll be completely left out of that wealth cycle. And so it's just very important that we um, start being proactive and not reactive in this space, and understanding that we all need each other to get to that next level of wealth that we've been, systematically denied for centuries upon centuries. So that is just some of why I wanted to start this community. And then also too, just creating an online offline space. Online meaning that we have the resources, we'll have the courses, we'll have the speakers and the teachers that are just helping you with different areas of wealth that you might not have been exposed to, or you need a refresher on, or you might have been living with some untruths in regards to that space. But then also offline. um I always tell people, like, when I'm in a space of trying to lose weight, I have certain friends that we can't go out at that time because they're my eating buddies. And they'll be like, come on, Nicole, let's go eat good. Let's get some pasta. Let's get grease. Let's get all the, all these different things. And then I'll sit there like, oh gosh, we just completely overate. And that's because that was the level that we related on. But when I am in a space of trying to really take care of my health, and I surround um, myself around those healthy people, it's like, let's go running together. Let's meet up at the gym. Let's go take a walk. So you have to apply that same methodology to your wealth. If you're in a space of trying to save, you have to surround yourself around people who are celebrating you saving, giving you resources. Like, um, I have this friend she put up the other day. She has a son, and her son is like just growing astronomically. And so he has to wear uniforms to school. And she found this site where she could get his uniforms at like 1/10 of the cost. Um, I feel like she was ordering them from China or something like that. And instead of like, burning through money because her son is in a growth spurt and growing so fast, she was like, I'm spending like pennies on the dollar for this, and he doesn't have to, have high water pants and everything else. And yes, Alibaba. Thank you, Ebony. And so she shared that, and then people started sharing it, and thank you so much for this information. But what if she would have held that information to herself? How many other people need that? So that offline part of this community is for us to really build how important it is to share these resources, to share this knowledge. Did you come across an investment deal that was amazing for you? Did you read an article that told you how to get into the space of Airbnb in a room so that you could have additional revenue? Did you, whatever those things are, I want us to be in a very open space and to build that rapport. And then what's most important to me too is that we get past that space of embarrassment. There's so many people. I put up a lot of financial posts and a lot of financial things, and I get so many DMs of people who are just feeling like they're too embarrassed to talk about it, but they'll come to me in private. And I'll always respond like, girl, don't you know that it's like 100,000 other people going through the same thing you're going through? I have been through it. You have been through it. We've all been through these things. And the embarrassment is what keeps you stuck because you don't talk to anybody about it. You don't get any advice on it. You just kind of live in that shame, which keeps you from getting out of that scenario. So if you don't take anything else away from tonight, is that this is not the space that embarrassment will be allowed. This is the space that no matter where you are, all you have to do is have the mindset of wanting to get better. And that puts us all on the same playing field. And that puts us all in the space of we can all learn from each other and all help each other in some form or fashion, right? You might not know what's a high level investment to get into, but you might know the best way to save on your groceries. And those are still, those things are just as important. How much money's coming in, how much money you're able to keep. And so that is what helps us to be able to create that wealth. It starts with conversation. So that is really the reason that I wanted to put together this membership, And as we move into 2020, I really want us to have events where we make talking about money less taboo, where there should be no reason. Oh, that's good. So Erica just said her family size just went from 4 to 8. Oh, yes. You need all the hacks and all the resources. The same with me. Once I had my son, I was like, this is, it becomes a whole nother mouth to feed. And I am always looking for resources, just in regards to that, because diapers could get very expensive. Other things could get very expensive. And if someone has resources to share, we have to put ourselves in the space that, we're all we have. We're all we got. And so let's dive in a little bit to your membership. So I could take you through this process very quickly. So first and foremost, all of you should have gotten your orientation emails as soon as you signed up. So as soon as you went to amountfinancial.com/membership and filled out, Anna B says she has a family of 7. Yes, see, these are types of things where we have to be able to share our resources and our knowledge. So after you filled out your application, you immediately got a text message that put you in a text group, and that's how I'll communicate with you guys immediately. And then also your ambassadors in your different regions will be able to communicate with you by city and by state and by region. So if there's something happening in let's say Atlanta, then Georgia, Charlotte, Alabama, Florida, that surrounding area will also know about those if it's meetups and those type of things. We understand that your mobile communication is very sensitive, so you're not going to get a ton of text messages. You'll just get things from me that are time sensitive, reminding you to plug in, and we live in a very busy world. So I feel like if it's some messaging that's important to your journey on this financial membership of Commonwealth, then you'll get a text in regards to that. But for the most part, a lot of information will be disseminated in the Mighty Networks platform. So I want to make sure that you have downloaded the Mighty Networks platform onto your phone. So if you can type yes into the chat box and just kind of let me know, have you downloaded the Mighty Networks platform? Just let me know. Yay. Okay, good. Okay, good. So a lot of you are saying that you have downloaded it. Okay, so the feedback that I was getting is some people found it to be very user-friendly, while other people found it to be somewhat intimidating. And so I'm just going to go ahead and break that up for you really quickly. Mighty Networks is basically the same as Facebook. It operates the same. It just has a higher level of engagement, and it's owned by the proprietor. So as you'll start to see in the next few months, Facebook is going to start doing a lot of crazy things. You're going to be forced to watch ads if you're not already being forced now. Your communication won't be able to be disseminated like how it used to be. You're not going to see things in your feed anymore. The algorithm is going to keep a lot of important information away from you. It's just getting very crazy in the world of Facebook. I saw it coming. I see it coming. I participate in a lot of like marketing groups and forecasting, and I saw where Facebook was going. And so I was like, I need a platform to build this membership on where we can truly engage with each other and where we could truly not be distracted by all the things that are happening in the pay for play space of Facebook. And so when you download your Mighty Networks app, then there's some guides that'll teach you really quickly how to engage. So first and foremost, let's talk about setting up your profile. So your profile is where the money is, right? And I hope you don't get tired of me talking about money, because I'm going to talk about money all the time. And not just in the sense of your debit card or what's in your bank account, but I'm going to talk about the mindset of abundance. So your profile, whether you have your own business, whether you are just in the space of wanting to attract more money into your life, your profile should be set up so people know how to engage with you. So if we want to take, for instance, an example, you guys can look at Ebony Ruffin's profile. She did a really good job of just dropping in her social media and dropping in what it is that she has to offer. And let's say that you're in this group and you're like, I'm not an entrepreneur. I just am trying to get my money together. Everybody still needs more money. Unless you are Bill Gates or you have, escalated to that level, there's still ways that people can work with you in some form or fashion. So take a few minutes and think about that. Think about how people can engage in you in some way. At least list your city so they can connect with you, so you can connect. Put your photos in it, make it real, make your profile real. Let people see the human side of you. So that's very important. So just make sure that you are using your profile to the best of your ability. Oh, Z just joined. Hi, Z. So like Z, she's a makeup artist and a makeup uh, entrepreneur, teacher. In her profile, she lists those different things. So you just want to make sure that you are listing those things. And even if you just want to say, I want to connect with people who are in the space of saving right now, so that you meet other people in the group who are on a savings journey, or I want to connect with other people who are looking to build up their real estate portfolio and investments. At least you know who you can connect with and how you can connect with. Um, in those type of ways. Or I'm a mother and I have 10 kids and I'm looking to connect with people who have figured out hacks on how to save money with larger families. Whatever that is, you guys want to make sure before the night is over that you update and upgrade your profile so that you can be intentional about connecting with people in the way that it makes the most sense, in the way that it could possibly generate revenue or money or abundant energy just coming your way. So that is first and foremost. So downloading the Mighty Networks app, understanding the app is just like Facebook, but it's owned. It's owned. It's private to us. It's not going to be filled with the distractions, and you get immediate engagement from that. So that's first and foremost. Second off, if you have additional questions on how to navigate through the platform, I want you to go to the platform tonight and click where it says About Us. And so where it says About Us in our community, in the Commonwealth community, there are videos that I have uploaded that just shows you where to go for different things. So if you want to make a post as a member of the group, I encourage posts. I encourage resources, anything that's financially focused and financially positive. I encourage those things. On Mondays, we have Money Mindset Mondays where you can, drop different things throughout the week. As we build up more ambassadors, we're going to have different themes of financially focused topics and things to talk about. But definitely you'll be able to click and see in About Us how to get to the platform. Third, there are already many courses that are in the platform for you to start to take advantage of. And it would be great if you put kind of, oh, thank you, Ebony. So Ebony just said she can help you with your profile if you want. So just to hit her up. So once again, Ebony is the ambassador in the Atlanta market. Erica is an ambassador in Milwaukee, kind of taking care of the Midwest. These are people that they have said they are in the spirit of teaching. They're in the spirit of helping. And we all know that money is energy. Energy is currency. And, when you're in the spirit of helping other people, it's always returned to you. I feel like I've been blessed because I consistently am just working to bless other people without having any strings attached to it. And it always comes returned to me in, tenfold. So you have to remember that as we talk about money, as we talk about wealth, that is all for you to be blessed to be a blessing. Not for you to go and make it rain. So I just want to make sure we're all on the same page with our why and why we're trying to, get wealth and make those things happen for our families, for our bloodlines, and for the next generations that we haven't even met yet. But there are many courses in there now that you can start to take. As well as there is a planning session for 2020 for you to get your money plan together. So I take you through everything from setting up your mint.com account so you know how much money is coming in, how much money is going out. You understand the different areas of your finances. So if it is your credit that you need to start working on, there's some information on that. If there is some savings goals that you need to try to reach, there's information on that. If you just need to understand and map out your debt plan so you can be out of debt in 2020, if that's a goal for yours, there's information on that. There's a lot of stuff to help you get your money plan together for 2020. And all of that is located in the courses. So when you log into the app, on the left-hand menu side where it says courses, you'll be able to get that information. And so, to be honest, we're not doing this for fun. We're doing this because we want to see you use it. And so the more I see you guys engage with stuff, the more I see you actually open the courses and take to the knowledge, the more I'll invest in getting people to put more things into it. And then in 2020, we'll also have a premium level of the membership, which is where a lot of our paid courses will reside. And that's for when it's high level activity that you want to see happen. So we have one course that'll be coming out called Paycheck Predictability. And that's if you're an entrepreneur or a freelancer. And so many of us operate in the space of, I can't really make big moves with my life because I don't know what's going to come in every month. And it helps you map out the whole year so you can get to that. So those are some things that you'll see on the course side of that. And then also just what is this membership about and what are you going to get out of it? So when you do click in the About Us part of the menu, you'll see the trajectory of what we're going. So there are 11 signature topics, items that we'll cover throughout all of next year that we feel like that we've come together from my advisory board to your responses from your applications to just dealing with this space, dealing with clients and coaching them in that financial journey. What we felt like were areas that you needed to secure to make sure that you're leveling up in your financial space. And so we'll start off with mindset, because if your mind is not there, if your mind is not right, then the money will not follow. And it will end at the end of the year with legacy. As far as focus, of course, throughout the year, we'll be talking about all these different topics, and events will cater to all these different topics that we feel like are strong points of the system. But we want to make sure that you understand your success path and how you will flow through this membership. And so I want you to be able to we'll do pulse checks with you at the end of every month. How's this information for you? You'll get, personal messages from me that'll either come to your inbox through your app or will come, via email in regards to just checking in with you. How's this information being beneficial to you? How is this information helping you? Is this stuff that you want to go deeper into? There were a lot of people on their applications to the membership that talked about really not understanding how to really get on the path to generational wealth. Like, what do they need to do for their parents? What do they need to do for their grandparents? What do they need to do for their kids? And we're going to take deep dives into all of that information. So it's very important that you stay plugged in, that you stay tuned. And of course, what you put into it is what you get out of it. How active you are, how engaged you are, the questions you ask, all those things are going to be very important to making sure that this is a good membership for you. And also Tiffany said the app is very user friendly and the first course gives clear steps. Excellent, excellent. So, and if you feel like, listen, if you feel like I put up a course and it's trash, I want you to tell me. I want you to be like, you know what, Nicole, I could have just Googled this. And, I was hoping we could go a little bit deeper with it, or I was hoping we could, it could be more beneficial to the group. I want you to tell me those type of things too, because we want to see change. We want to see wealth transpire. This is not an empowerment group. This is a wealth focused group. Us getting to the next level in our wealth decisions. So that is understanding that platform a little bit more, understanding the communication channels. And before we close the membership doors for 2019, if you want to invite your friends and family to this membership, which I always feel like is key, right? So when I'm on a wealth focused plan, I make sure I bring my husband into the course with me. I bring, my brothers into the course with me. Just it does no good if you're the only person in your household that is money focused and everybody else is burning money out from every end. Like, you all have to be on the same page. So it's good to bring those people in with you. And then when we have these topics, when we bring the teachers in, when we bring in the communication and those different things, then you're able to say, hey, let's tune into this tonight. Erica just talked about writing a business plan with her kids. And that's going to be one of our strong focuses on getting the next generation ready so they don't go through what we went through, or they're, more fiscally responsible in what they're doing and building. And so, it would be great for her kids to hop on too. And I'm not a fan of being like, well, this is too advanced for my kids. Nope. You'd be surprised what they're already watching, what they're already reading, and they're being advanced in a whole bunch of other areas. So they might as well get advanced in their financial area too. So definitely get your friends, your family members. If somebody could just put in the chat the membership link, which is amountfinancial.com/membership. Share that link with other people, and you'll be in a space where you can really oh, good. Kimberly brought your sister. Exactly. Because it just works so much better when you have your own accountability team. This is your wealth squad. And that's what we will serve as. And if nobody around you wants to talk money, that's fine. You'll find somebody in this group. But if there are people that you want to help move along on this journey with you, make sure that they're in the group with you. Next is, who's the ideal person to join this membership? And the ideal person to join this membership is the person that is just in a space in their life where they know that things could just be better, right? It's just you might be in a space where it's like, I'm tired of dealing with whatever financial issues I'm going through, and I know life could be better. I have reached a plateau of what I know what to do with my money, and I know life could be better. I am getting into a space where I am dealing with my parents and my children and their care at the same time. I'm stressed out. I know it could be better. Or I'm bringing in good money, but I don't think I'm doing the right things with it. I know it could be better. That ideal person has sat down and had a real talk with themselves and said, you know what? This whole money thing could be better. And I need resources, community, action to just get to that better space. And so that's what this membership is for. People who just want to do better in whatever it is that they're dealing with financially. How can you measure your progress? So as we go through the signature 11 steps, it's going to be like a gaming side to it, points and different things that let you know that you're working your way through the program. As you attend events, you also get points to that program. As you participate in courses, those different things, you get points. And when you reach certain levels, then we celebrate those financial wins with you. But to really be honest, you have to decide what the win is for you. You have to decide for 2020, I got to sit down, I got to stare myself in the mirror and figure out what is the win for this chapter in my life, for this moment, for this journey. What does the win look like? Because if you don't define the win, it's going to feel like you are running a race that never ends, right? You're going to start, trying to save every dollar, trying to worry about money all the time, becoming overconsumed with it, all these different things, because you don't have your bigger picture why and what that win is. So if you can, because I always feel like accountability is so great. If you guys could drop into the message right now, kind of what are some of those financial goals you have for 2020. And this could be your chance for putting it out there to the world, for stating your level of accountability. If it's that you want to purchase a house, if it's that you want to have your emergency funds savings in place, if it's that you're looking to get into your first investment deal, whatever that is, you guys can start dropping into the chat what are some of those 2020 goals. And we want to plug in and make sure that those things are in place. So thank you, ladies, for responding. Definitely want to make sure we get a lot of that feedback, so we cater the conversation to that. Okay, so next, what's going on outside of the app? So I talked a lot about the app and all the goodies and all the good stuff in it. And I'm giving myself like 6 more minutes to get through this presentation, because I know you guys, got things to get back to. But what's going on outside of the app? So it's exciting. We have a lot of things happening in January. We're going to do some meet and greets with our ambassadors in the cities that you're in. So if you're in the city of Atlanta, we are doing a great meet and greet on January 16th in Atlanta. So I did a big piece in Essence Magazine coming out in January that talks about how being burnt out and using all your energy puts you in a space of making some of your worst financial decisions. When you're burnt out at work, when you're burnt out in the home, when you're burnt out and you have nothing left to give, that's when you usually like, you know what, forget these bills. I'm not paying nothing. I don't care. I'm tired. Or let me go spend, money I don't have on myself to try to make myself feel a little better in some type of way. So I really talk a lot in that article about just how do you deal with that? How do you combat that? How do you not let yourself get into that space? And so, so that meetup will happen in Atlanta. I'm working with the other ambassadors to talk about meetups that we're going to have in their areas where we could just have a safe space to talk about money, get our money mindsets right, get in the right spaces and places to make sure that that just really wins. Also, we have our big Coinfinance conference that happens in April, which is Financial Literacy Month. And so that will happen, and that'll be a dual in-person and online streaming event that'll take place that, just takes you through a lot of things. Last year we had our millionaire dinner with a millionaire, where we had some, everyday millionaires that came and talked about what shifted them into that space of abundance for them. And I mean, it was just so many good tips and small things. It wasn't like, these people were celebrities or they came from money or any of those things. It was small adjustments they made financially that put them into the space of getting to that $1 million status. And so so that's what we want to make sure you're a part of this year. Also in January, we'll have membership cards that you'll be able to have access to. And we're going to work with partners just to celebrate you for being financially focused in 2020. So you'll be able to show your membership card. The date for the conference, April 20th for the Coinfinance conference. And all this information will be sent out to everyone as well, so that you're aware of that. So those are some of the things coming up. And then we'll be having webinars in January to get you prepared for the tax season. I hope that you guys understand, with the new presidential administration, there were a lot of changes in tax laws, and this is not the time you could be going to Pookie and them to get your taxes done. You got to take accountability for knowing a lot of this information for yourself. So it's very important that we, bring those type of things into the communities. We're going to have the good fluffy talks, but we're going to have the real talks as well. So we're going to talk about that. And then even Ebony, our Atlanta ambassador, was talking about Life Insurance Month is in September. And we're going to really talk about that too, because a lot of people in our community are missing out on the benefits of life insurance. I myself am using a life insurance policy as a way of saving for our son. Me and my husband are saving for our son. So we kind of created a tax shelter around that instead of doing the traditional college fund, because in case he decides that he doesn't want to go to college, we still have this tax protected way of doing that. So yeah, so it's just a lot of different financial hacks that you can learn along the way in this process. um as far as accessibility, us meeting in person, those type of things, I'm gonna, be on the road. It'll be me and my son. So if you were on my live this morning, you understand he's in toddler mode and he's hyped, but we're still gonna hit the road and make sure that we're connecting. I am very big. I love automation. I love technology and those things, but I want to see you. I want to connect with you. I want to hug you. I want to hear what it is that you're going through. I want to see how I can help you better, how I can serve better. So I will at least, be doing in-person opportunities every quarter. And then of course through now, it might be Zoom. I'm gonna try Crowdcast one more time, but it might be Zoom, but I'll be making sure that I am going live and listening to you guys and connecting with you. And through our courses, at least once a month, we'll have that opportunity. Um, the last two things, how can you make best use of the membership? And I think to make best use of this membership is to really plug in, is to get in there, is to connect with other like-minded people in your city, in your state, in your region, or just people. We do so much online. Just connecting with those people and figuring out, what's, hey sis, what's some travel deals that you came across? Because I need a vacation, and finances might not be where it needs to be, but this person can share some travel deals with you. I have tons of travel hacks, and I'm putting together like a little mini course on that. You see, I'm on a plane all the time with a child, and I am traveling at probably half the cost of what most people are paying for, because of the travel hacks that I have amassed. So just sharing those type of things, really plugging in, is how you get best use of the membership. The thing is, if you start to say that you don't have time, that means you don't have time to make money. And then I can't do nothing for you at that point. Oh, Erica says she has 19 credit repair letters. Exactly. See, whoo, that just gave me chills, because we're coming with these resources where we can all help each other out. And these things are very key. And the last thing, what you have to remember as you're referring people to the group, as you're getting, acclimated in it, is that in the financial space, there are a lot of triggers that are associated with this, right? Financial mindset, financial personalities, financial stories, your financial inner child, all those different things come with triggers. And so, one, we have to be very respectful in this group, of not ever coming across condescending, like, girl, you should already know that. You don't know that? That's not helpful. That does no one any good. Who knows what their journey was up until this point, and the fact that they're in this space wanting to learn it now is all that matters. We can't be in a space of being elitist in that space either, because I promise you, for as much as you might know in one area, you probably are, still in baby steps in another area. Um, and then also, as you're reaching out and trying to get people involved, people will get involved when their mindset is ready for it. So you don't want to force people into this space. You don't want to be like, girl, I know you broke. I know you need to get your money together. You need to join this membership. You know how when you at church and like they're like start asking the people next to you, where they stand and do they want to walk down to the front, and it might not be their time just yet. It's no way you can force that onto someone, because then it starts to feel like badgering. But when they're ready, they will walk down with their head high and be, excited about it, because they internally feel like they're ready. So the same with this membership. It comes with finances, come with a lot of triggers. It comes with a lot of emotional baggage for a lot of people. So you have to make sure that you have that grace, just like people had grace with you as you made your mistakes, as you got those mistakes back together. You got to make sure you have grace with people. You don't want to let ego stand in the way of you helping someone by you coming from like a badgering place. That does no good. Now we will have tough love, right? If you saying you're trying to save and you're spending all your money on buying purses, step one is like, okay, sis, we're gonna be accountable to you. Step two, you got to do the work and figure out what inside of you is are you trying to fill? What is that void that you're trying to fill that keeps making you make those decisions? And then step three, how serious about this are you? You know, like I never understand people who say, I want to, be a six-figure earner, but yet you spend all your time doing activity that is going against that goal. Like, how serious are you? So that is everything with the membership. I hope that that was helpful to you. You guys will be getting the dates for January um uh on Monday of next week before we all go on holiday, so that you know when the meetups are, so that you know what classes and courses we'll be hosting in January. And I'm going to resend a reminder about the 2020 money plan course that's in there now. Do what you have to do to fill that out and to finish that before we go into 2020. I'm going to look you in your eye right now. If you have not done it, do what you have to do to get your money plan together for 2020. Because on January 1st, we are taking off. We're taking off. We're collecting coins. We're getting to the money as a group together, collaboratively, collectively. We are going to bless the children we haven't even met yet in our bloodlines. We're going to bless the generations that are 10 and 15 cycles removed from us by the decisions that we're making today. We're very serious about that. And so I want to thank you guys so much. First off, for bearing with me as we went from one platform to the next. Thank you guys so much for coming over. Thank you for being members of the Commonwealth community. It's called Commonwealth because we're making wealth more common. It's not just for the elitists. We're bringing it back to the average everyday person that knows that they have the right to be wealthy just like anybody else. And share this with your organization, share this with your family, share this with your friends. Put this information out. This is something that's been placed on my heart. This is something I feel like is a part of my calling. And as such, I am doing what God is telling me to do. And that is to share this information at a level of excellence. So I will see you guys soon. I will see you. Yes, getting to the money. That is my slogan for 2020. I will see you guys back in the Mighty Networks app. I will see you via email. You will have your dates for January. Please reach out to your ambassadors in your groups. Connect with them. These women have a spirit to serve, a spirit to teach. They are so knowledgeable. I'm not just co-signing them just because I'm co-signing them because they operate in excellence. Way before I met them, before we crossed paths, I was so impressed by them. If you're interested in being an ambassador in your city, in your state, please shoot me an email, Nicole@amountfinancial.com, so we connect. Connect with each other. Love you guys. See you soon. And thank you guys so much.